Have you ever thought, how hard is it to make udon noodles? No. No one has. But I'm going to do it so that you don't have to. It's your boy, Uncle Mott. We're out here, Uncle Mott's kitchen. We're making our own duck noodles today. So stick tight. This is going to be pretty good.
What you want is roughly 100 grams flour to 50 grams of salty water per serving. Now, my measurements here, they're not exact. I just threw whatever I think was going to work. In future, I think that I should probably do everything the way that it is supposed to be done. You know, throw just all of your ingredients in together, if you know what I mean. What you want to do is you want to have everything mixed nice and sticky. So then you'll mix that and you'll get the glutens. The glutens will develop enough so that it comes together in one mass. Now, what you want to do here is you want to cover your dough. Now, in these situations, you want to find the biggest resealable bag you can get. These ones, I'm not sure the size of, but if you can't find those, a piece of greaseproof paper folded in half will suffice for the next step, which is not hands-on. Yup, that's right. Now it's time to channel my inner millennial. So everybody, please look at my lovely pink flamingo socks while I put my feet on the internet. Anybody who wants to buy this clip, just send me a personal message and I'll see what we can do. Don't do what Uncle Motty does here. Get the air out of your bag. Which, you know, for anyone else might be an obvious thing to do, but my brain doesn't work good. So, once you've stepped your dough out nice and flat, you want to reform it into a ball and rest for half an hour and then repeat that 2 or 3 times. It's personal preference, see how soft you want your dough to be. I didn't think anyone wanted to watch me step on some dough for a couple of minutes, so I just sort of cut this one short. Don't do what I did. I cut this into 4 individual servings. Now that's the wrong way to do it. What you want to do is you want to roll out your entire dough into a nice big square shape. Don't use a wine bottle. It doesn't work. Go out, go to the cheap shop, buy yourself a rolling pin. It'll save you so much goddamn time. If perchance you manage to use your brain, unlike me, make sure your dough is nice and square. Trim off, make it square, so that you end up with a nice, even cutting surface. So you end up with, oh yeah, you guessed it, nice, even noodles. Uncle Mott says, don't be an idiot like him. And also, you'll end up with longer noodles that are more evenly shaped and evenly spaced. This was a learning curve. I'm putting it in because, hey, I make mistakes. I'm just a human like you. Or am I? Alternatively, in this situation, if you go onto Amazon, you can buy pasta machines for like $40. Do that. This took me so long. Do it with a machine. Let the robots take over the world. Save yourself some time. In this situation here, you want to have as much cornstarch, potato flour, tapioca starch, whatever you're using, in the middle of the noodles just so that they don't stick. You guessed it. Now it's time to do the duck. I'm not sure how familiar most of you are with, breaking down game animals, but essentially, they all have a very similar bone structure. Cut down the breastbone, follow the rib cage, trim it off. Very simple. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. Just follow them. Or alternatively, if people are interested, I can do a video on breaking down different animals. Leave me a comment if you want that. Duck is a very fatty animal. Obviously, that's the way that these domesticated ones are bred. In a wild duck, there's nowhere near as much fat. So take all of your scraps, trim off as much meat as possible, and throw them into a pot. Just keep trimming away, and trimming away. Eventually, You'll come through to the skin on the other side, break that skin, and you've got yourself an absolutely beautiful duck breast. Repeat on the other side. I'm not going to show you how to do it on the other side. Just watch the video backwards or something. Let's hope I don't get copyrighted for that. So starting around now, I started to have a few issues with the focus on my camera. Guys, I'm still trying to figure it all out. So bear with me. Next video will be a bit more spick and span. Just score through the skin. Don't cut into the meat. It'll help with the rendering of the fat, crisp it up, and it is also just really nice for presentation if you want to serve someone a full duck breast. Salt, pepper, thyme. That's what makes a good crispy cut. Here's my attempt at B-roll. It'll get better. Thank you for watching.
Well, I forgot to film it because it's not very interesting, but here's all the skin and fat from the duck, rendering down so that I can A, roast potatoes in it, and B, make that good leek confit.
Right about here, I realized, holy shit, I've made duck scratchings. Fry that up, get it double crispy. Oh boy.
I started making noodles at about 8:30 this morning. It's now, I don't know, 5:30, 6 o'clock. So this has been a day process. But, you know what? You do the things you love, time feels like nothing.
If you cut from the meat through to the skin, it'll keep it attached and you won't end up with that slipping off like I did the first time. Perfect. These noodles take less than 30 seconds to cook. Get them in there, swirl them around, bang it back out. Bada bing, bada boom. So my broth here is 6 cups of instant dashi, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of mirin. Very simple. Thicken that with some cornstarch. You're good to go. Layer on your leeks, layer on your meat. Perfect. Toppings for this are preferential. I use chopped pickled ginger and some chopped scallions. You can use whatever you want. Also, you'll see that I included a cured rama in an egg. If you'd like to see something around that, I can do that in the future, but they're pretty simple. Soft-boiled egg, 6 minutes, whack it in your bowl. And after 8 hours work, here we are. Perfect. 1 bowl of noodles. So just another 8 hours for the next one.
So how is it to be the first official customer of Uncle Mott's kitchen?
It was good. I was surprised I was able to get a table on a Saturday night.
Yeah, well, anything for you. And there you have it, folks. Just like that, the first dish in Uncle Mott's kitchen is done. Due to public outcry, I recreated the same thing that I made last week, but this time I'll include the recipe so you can make it yourself. Oh man, that gravy is so good. Holy fuck. Wow. Have you ever wondered, how hard is it to make udon noodles? No, I mean, of course you haven't. But today, I'm gonna show you how. It's your boy, Uncle Mott. We're making them thick, juicy udon noodles. Wakey.